In the bustling town of Umuzi, there was a name every woman knew, Yosha. Her salon sat at the edge of the main market road, painted deep red with gold lettering above the door. People came from neighboring villages just to sit in her chair. Not because her prices were cheap. Not because her salon was the fanciest. They came because of something that defied all logic. Yosha could braid any hairstyle in under 1 hour. Styles that would take a skilled stylist an entire day, sometimes 2, Yosha completed before the afternoon sun reached its peak. Her fingers moved like they had a life of their own, fluid, precise, almost inhuman in their speed. Clients left her salon stunned, running their hands over perfect braids, wondering if they had imagined how quickly it had all happened. But there was a rule. One single, non-negotiable rule that every client had to accept before sitting in Yosha's chair. No mirrors. No reflections. Not even a polished spoon. Before you cross the threshold of her salon, Yosha herself would stop you at the door. She searched bags. She checked pockets. She confiscated compact mirrors, phones with bright screens, even metallic jewelry that caught light too sharply. Clients who refused were turned away, no exceptions, no negotiations. People whispered about it constantly, but nobody dared ask. The braids were too good. The speed was too convenient. So they swallowed their questions and followed the rule. Until Adu came. Adu was new to Umuzi, fresh-faced and unaware of salon gossip. She arrived one Tuesday morning with a small hand mirror tucked in her pocket, intending to show Yosha the reference hairstyle she wanted. The bag check missed her pocket. She sat down, reached in innocently, and held the mirror up, and Yosha let out a scream so violent that 3 clients jumped out of their seats. How dare you? Who told you to bring glass into my salon? Adu, shaking, threw the mirror out the window before Yosha could finish her sentence. She was too embarrassed to ask questions. She sat stiffly in the chair, got the most beautiful braids of her life in 45 minutes, and left without looking back. But Zai was different. Zai arrived in Umuzi on a Wednesday, referred to Yosha's salon by a cousin. She was sharp-eyed, quietly stubborn, and allergic to rules that made no sense. When Yosha explained the no-mirror policy at the door, Zai tilted her head. How am I supposed to know you're getting my hairstyle right if I can't see what you're doing? Because I always get it right, Yosha said flatly. Follow the rule or leave. Zai left. But she didn't go far. She asked questions around the market. She visited neighbors. She watched the salon from across the street and noticed something that made her skin prickle. Whenever Yosha's hands moved through a client's hair, there were moments where the braids seemed to form on their own, like invisible fingers working alongside hers. It was subtle. It was fast. And it was deeply wrong. 3 days later, Zai traveled to the neighboring town of Afo to find Mama Chidima, an elderly woman known for seeing what ordinary eyes could not. Zai told her everything. Mama Chidima listened without blinking, then disappeared behind a curtain for a long time. When she returned, her face was grave. There is a spirit in that salon, she said. An old and hungry one. It was bound to Yosha before she could walk. Her mother made a covenant with it when Yosha was an infant. In exchange for supernatural skill, the spirit was given access to every woman who sat in that chair. Each braid it helped we fed it. Made it stronger. Zai's stomach turned. And the mirrors. If a client sees a reflection while the spirit is present, it turns on Yosha. She dies. The room went cold. Zai thought of all the women who'd sat in that chair, completely unaware. She thought of Yosha, gifted, trapped, living under a curse she hadn't chosen. She made her decision before Mama Chidima finished speaking. Help me free her. Mama Chidima walked through the night. By morning, she handed Zai a mirror unlike any other, its glass dark at the edges, its frame carved with symbols that hummed faintly when touched. When the spirit sees itself in this mirror, it will be pulled inside. Do not hesitate. Do not look away. And the moment it is trapped, shatter it. Zai returned to Umuzi and walked straight into Yosha's salon before it opened. She told Yosha everything. Before we continue, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and the like button to get more interesting and gripping videos like this. Shall we continue? For a long moment, Yosha didn't speak. Then her eyes filled, not with fear, but with a grief so deep it had clearly been sitting there for years. I've wanted to be free for so long, she whispered. I just didn't know anyone brave enough to try. They did it that morning, before the first client arrived. Yosha began to braid, and the air in the salon shifted. A low hum. A drop in temperature. The presence made itself known. Zoe raised the dark mirror and angled it slowly around the room. The reaction was instant. A shriek that wasn't human tore through the salon. The mirror blazed with cold light, pulling, like a drain swallowing water. The spirit fought, rattling the chairs, whipping braiding thread across the room. But it couldn't resist. With one final, furious wail, it was gone. Zoe dropped the mirror on the tile floor and brought her heel down hard. It exploded into dust. Silence. Then Yosha laughed, a sound so full and free it bounced off every wall. She grabbed Zoe and held on tight, sobbing and laughing at the same time. It told me I could never marry, Yosha said through tears. It controlled everything. Even that. That afternoon, Yosha hung a new mirror on every wall of her salon. Her clients walked in and stopped, confused, then curious, then overjoyed when she explained. Word spread through Umuzi like fire. Her reputation, already legendary, became something more. Women came not just for the braids, but because they knew the hands working in their hair were clean. Fully human. Fully free. Zoe became a permanent fixture in that salon, not as a client, but as a friend. And the lesson Umuzi carried long after. When something feels wrong, don't just follow the rule. Ask why. The answer might save someone's life.